Welcome back to the podcast. If you have followed us for any amount of time, you know we are huge Claude fans, Claude Code, all that stuff. But today's episode is about Codex, which is OpenAI's coding module. They've been releasing features that I think are extremely powerful and useful, but don't often get covered a lot, especially in social media, things like that. Today we're going to talk about a really interesting new. It's called Record and Replay, but it's basically a way to teach Codex your tasks and have it learn it as a skill and then do it for you in the future. So it's really powerful, but we're going to get into all the details. Before we do, Jaeden, why don't you tell them about our Skool community?
Yes, so every single week, Jamie and I post a bonus episode over on our Skool community, and we do a whole live stream. So anyone can get access to our free live stream. We talk about how we're growing and scaling our businesses. This week, Jamie showed one of his businesses he's been working on for a long time, the current results of all of his marketing campaigns towards it, and what his plan is going forward. We also do episodes where I show how I've built multiple apps, multiple SaaS, multiple businesses, and how we market all of those tools. So if you've built anything really cool with AI and you want to learn how to market it, come over to the AI Hustle Skool community. It's free to join. I think you get access to 5 videos. We have about 100 videos we've recorded. And if you want access to the full library, it's $9 or $19 a month, and you get access to this incredible community. So it's free to come join. It's free to watch our live streams. If you want to get access to all our videos where we explain everything, there's a premium option as well. There's a link in the description. We would love to have you. And by the way, this free version is like a new thing we're trying. So we haven't done this for like the last year. It's been exclusively paid. So if you want to get access to the free thing now, I would get on it as soon as possible. Okay, let's talk about what's going on with Codex. I'm super stoked about this. What's kind of crazy is I know everything going on with AI. I cover it every day on my daily news show, AI Chat. Somehow this one slipped through the cracks for me, and this is like one of the biggest features I think might actually make me switch from being exclusively Claude Code. And when I say like exclusively Claude Code, I have 2 Claude Max subscriptions. So I'm paying $400 a month for Claude Max. I get so much use out of it. I've built multiple apps, multiple SaaSes, like tons of cool stuff, rebuilt, whole companies that I've had paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in the past to be created, like apps. But there is a new tool that just came out of Claude, or that just came out of OpenAI's Codex that I think rivals Claude. Like I'm actually probably going to go sign up for this and cancel at least one of my Claude Max subscriptions is going to get canceled if this thing works as well as they say. But essentially how Record and Replay works is you are going to be giving Codex access to record what you're working on. So if you have a workflow where he showed one where he has like these YouTube videos and he has to go download the video and he's got a spreadsheet with the titles and descriptions of different videos, and he'll go copy and paste it from the spreadsheet and then you'll paste it into YouTube, whatever. He's got this whole workflow. We all have workflows for everything we do. But what he's doing is he's giving ChatGPT access to watch his screen, watch him do this full workflow. And it basically builds like a video that it turns into a skill, kind of like the Claude WebMD skills. And it creates this file that you can then upload to ChatGPT, and it will repeat that same skill again in the future. So, with Claude, you can explain what you want it to do, and then you can try to get it to do it. And then you can say, hey, turn that into a skill. And you're kind of working with it that way. In this case, you literally just let it watch you do the thing, click through the whole process, and then it repeats it again perfectly. I am so stoked for this. Jamie, is this something that you would use? Would you switch from Claude for this? Where do you think we're at right now?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think this is a super useful tool. I mean, especially with the example of content, if you're doing repetitive tasks, like a lot of people don't think of for this podcast, for example, if we want to get it out there in all the different channels, we got to have a description, a title, you got to have curated for the different platforms. Like there's a lot that goes into it, and a lot of it is very tedious, time consuming. And so if you could just train the computer to do the same thing every time, depending on what platform you're uploading it to, you have I love the spreadsheet idea that he had, and so it can just take the data from the different columns and pop it in there. You're going to save yourself a lot of time. And what's interesting about this to me is that it's only several months ago we heard about these firms coming into these businesses and helping them create basically. They would watch and observe the workers and create AI that would replace them. Now we almost have access to the same thing ourselves at home, so we can replace the tasks we're doing on a regular basis with Codex. So I think this is cool. I mean, I might try it out too. I haven't been paying for OpenAI in quite a few months now. I've been a Claude guy too. So, but yeah, this is definitely interesting.
It's actually really interesting to me because there's another article that just came out today that says Meta pauses an AI training program that tracks employees' keystrokes after an internal leak. This is on Business Insider. What's interesting to me is, it's like, oh, scandalous. Meta was like tracking their keystrokes and probably going to use it to train AI to do stuff that they were doing. Okay, well, how about just tracking their entire computer screens? Like OpenAI makes it so that anyone could, literally track a computer screen, get the full workflow, and then the AI could do the whole thing. I would be curious if like that's a new format where companies to save money would go in and do that. But if nothing else, like if you're an AI consultant and you're consulting with companies, getting them to roll this out for their employees and have their employees use this, I think would be an absolutely incredible value add. Not just to like, oh, let's replace all the employees. I think this is kind of like what a lot of people go to, like, oh no, now it's gonna like replace us. No, now it's just gonna let like the mundane things that are so repetitive that you have to do, replace those, and now you have more time for creative thinking and figuring out your strategy and your overarching goal and how to actually execute properly and get the most out of your time and effort. So anyways, I see this as a really exciting tool, and if I'm being honest, I'm probably going to have a meeting after this with my podcast studio and my employees there, and talk to them about using Codex to automate a lot of the repetitive, like editing, uploading, menial stuff that we do for a lot of our clients there. So really excited about this, and I'm sure Zuckerberg is also salivating that someone thought of an even better way to to automate things than he was.
Well, and you bring up a great point. Like anybody who owns a business where you're delivering a digital product or service, if you're doing marketing for a company, if you could use this tool to basically automate all of your repetitive tasks, when it comes to marketing and things like that, you can then spend your time selling, which is going to make you more money. So I just think it opens up a whole new world to those of us, especially if you're an entrepreneur, solopreneur, someone providing digital products or services. I think it's huge. So I'm excited about it. I think it's a great idea.
That's really cool. And I will say that OpenAI isn't the only one that's done this. I did see recently another cool Reddit thread where someone said that they basically, so full disclosure, this new Codex feature is only for Mac, only runs through Codex. So if you've kind of created this automation, you have to be running it through Codex. It can't run through, I don't know, it just can't be like an automation built on your computer, but the technology should kind of be able to do that. So there's a person that they went and they basically built something very similar where it could record through any screen recorder like OBS, and then they would have it be able to go and copy your thing. Anyways, it's funny because this is a good line from the Reddit post. They said, not trying to claim I beat OpenAI to anything grand, recording a demo and extracting workflow from it isn't a new idea, but if you're on Windows and you don't want to lock into one model or just don't want to burn a live session every time, this is worth a look. Anyways, so they explain how they do it. So there is other ways to do it. If you're on Windows, there are other people that are finding solutions. I don't think this is going to be OpenAI who's exclusively doing this. I would not be surprised if Claude rolls out something like this very soon, or other players roll out something like this very soon. It's incredibly useful, but I think this is probably the future. Instead of having to go into in-depth detail of explaining every little click and step in a workflow to Claude and trying to get it to do it and add it to a WebMD file, just record yourself doing it. And that's probably where the future of automating workflows goes, which is crazy.
I'm just waiting for, and maybe this is a loophole around it, some kind of loophole around Facebook or Meta's block on using agents. Because right now I can't use Cloud Code to do like cold outreach on Instagram or Facebook. They have a block. LinkedIn is not blocked, for those of you listening, if you're trying to do cold outreach. But I would love, maybe this will work with Facebook. I'd like to try it. So we'll see.
This will be crazy. Yeah, I think any of these kind of tools where you don't need an API, where it's acting like a real human, taking control of your computer, you can get a lot of cool stuff done that it was not, wasn't possible to do before. So super excited about this. Excited to see what you guys build. Let us know if you do build something really cool with this workflow, with the new Codex. record and replay, make sure to let us know in the Skool community. We read all the comments. We see all your guys' messages. It's over 300 members. Everyone would love to hear what you're building. So there's some cool stuff going on. We will catch you guys all in the next episode.